See the fence over there? This is obviously the next block that's gonna get bulldozed and turned into a big tower. I posted about this corner on Facebook last week, and somebody was nice enough to post a link to the project site for the tower that they want to put on this corner. It looks really cool, but the really neat thing about it is that there's a back alley behind this block, and right now it's just like a back alley where like trucks go for deliveries and stuff. But what they're doing is they're going to make it so you still have the sidewalk here on Yonge Street. This is Yonge Street, the major street in Toronto. And what they're doing when they build the tower, they're going to direct traffic around down to the back alley, which they're going to turn into like this pedestrian promenade, which means that it opens up like to new ground level retail, like all the way down there, and like, you know, give it 15-20 years, this whole area is going to look like Midtown Manhattan. Today's Wednesday, which is the day that all the new comic books come out. So taking my little break from the office over there to go see what's new, see what's out, see if there's anything exciting. And yeah, this is just like my weekly fix. It's like, you know, people got their addictions, and mine is the whole like, oh, that new Spider-Man comic, oh, I can't miss it, oh, I gotta have it. And yeah, I've done a good job of paring my collecting down to mostly just the Spider-Man stuff. I mean, I do all of my reading in the app anyway. So as far as collecting, it's pretty much just Spider-Man comics at this point. And then every so often I see something cool that tickles my fancy. And Tank Girl, I get all the Tank Girl comics I see. Like this right here, this is the kind of thing I would love to read, but to collect it, like this, just the paper accumulates in your house so fast. This is something that I would definitely basically wait until it's available in the Marvel Unlimited app and read it there. I got this, I got this, and I got this. I popped into Dollarama and checked this out. The Halloween stuff is already out. Looking down on Toronto from the 19th floor at 2 Bloor Street East. No, West. If this building wasn't in the way, I could probably point out my house probably somewhere around like over here. Welcome to the Sean Ward Show's Incorporated office space, where we're having us a catered lunch. And by catered, I mean I went and bought it. But you see, that's the editing station set up over there. This is my administrative station right here. And we're just putting in a day's work, you know? How do you feel about it?
I'm feeling great. Getting stuff done in this nice office. And lunch.
Yeah! That's my sister Cass. We're making it a family business.
Yeah.
Good evening, vlog people. I just hit record and it's about 10:30 and I'm still working. I've got some editing on the go here, because I'm basically taking what my sister worked on before and just putting like the music on it, some finishing touches and stuff. At the same time as my head is going ooh, because I've got this party coming up on Fan Expo Saturday, and I don't know, even going back to like doing comic books in the street, doing my old shows and stuff like that, like I've always thrived when I'm living in a constant state of having bit off just a little bit more than I can chew. And I think what's, you know, been a problem in the past for me is when something goes on, a big party goes on and I've over-promised and all this kind of stuff, at the time I would be focused on what didn't work and things that fell short and this kind of thing. And it's only later, when you've got some distance on it, when you can look at the photos, look at what people had to say about it and think back on your memory of it and realize that, you know, you put all of the stuff in motion and it all swirls around and some of it comes out the way you planned and some of it didn't. But when you put that much stuff out there and get it all swirling around, what you've done is you set it up for some amazing surprises to happen. So back in the day, I didn't have the wisdom to like understand that that's what I was doing, right? I would just be like pissed off that things didn't go absolutely perfect, like I had everything planned or everything wanted. But then, you know, like I said, later on I'd look back and be all like, wow, that was actually pretty dope. And that's, you know, that's how you build things. That's how you, I think that, what the fuck do I know? But I think that that's a big ingredient of like doing any kind of success in the arts or any kind of creative endeavor is kind of what I'm talking about kind of bit off more than you can chew, and being in this state of like juggling so many things. And it's like, as things like you try to accomplish so much so fast, and you just got so many ideas floating around that you basically, here's the ingredient I want to leave out. You have to have certain things in place that are the things that have to be there, and if those are in place, then those are like the cornerstones of what's going to make it. That's where it's like baseline good. Everything else beyond that is just the nice surprises and what makes it, if you're lucky, over into great. You know what I mean? So for me, for this party, it's the comic book, and that's already done. We're just waiting on that delivery now. It's the 3 videos we're supposed to be shooting at that party, and I've got a lot of work to do, like pre-production on 2 of them still. And then whatever's going to be like the musical performances and stuff. And I know I'm going to do a little something. See all these yellow papers all over my desk? These are my raps. So actually, let me see if I can. I'll show you, like, I'll give you a little preview. I'm writing a rap called The Death of Superman. So I've got it in. Here's the thing, I'm so like scatterbrained and doing a million things at once that I have half of my verse on this yellow notepad and the other half of the verse in my Docs app on this phone. So let me get it open for you and put them side by side. And what are you doing? Come on. It's giving me yang. It's giving me the runaround. What are you talking about? What are you doing? It was this device I was writing it on. Let me pause this for a second and figure out what the hell's going on. Okay, feel the beat. I couldn't believe it when I heard it on the news. My favorite superhero giving me the blues, cause DC Comics is killing off the Man of Steel. You know the deal, this can't be for real. The news sold it as a sign of the times, like the idea of heroism's no longer alive, or a big blue Boy Scouts got nothing to say about the world of 1992 we're living today. Oh, I gotta open, I'm on my lock screen. Okay, here we go. But the truth was simpler, sales were dropping, and Superman on TV's bout to be popping, and they want to do it big, so they set in the stage for Clark and Lois to get, for Clark and Lois, shit, how's that go? And they want to do it big, so they set in the stage for Clark and Lois to get married on the screen and on the page at the same time. And then I was working on like my wordplay to have to do with corporate shenanigans and like the whole thing of them wanting to do, because I'm sure that you've heard about this other places. I know I've talked about it before, but the whole thing with the Death of Superman was that they did it in the comics because the ABC had made the deal to have Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman on TV, and the powers that be wanted Superman and Lois to get married in the comics and on TV at the same time. So DC Comics went, okay, well, what can we do to fill, you know, how many seasons is it going to take, right? It's going to happen at the end of the 3rd season. Okay, so what do we do to kill that much time in the comics? I know, we'll take a year to like do the whole like lead up to the death, have them die, then do the whole like bringing them back and 4 different Supermen and all that stuff. So they did all of that with enough time to have the real Superman come back, be Superman again with the long mullet hair, you might remember, and then go into the whole marriage thing where they got like every notable Superman artist there's been to contribute art to that book. I have it somewhere. It's like packed away with my other comic books that aren't here right now. But I remember going and getting that the day it came out. Ooh, boy, it was exciting. And the cover had the embossed Superman logo with the white doily stuff around it, because they were trying to push it like it was like the Superman's wedding was like the second coming of the Death of Superman. People who were not around for that probably don't remember that Death of Superman thing was nonsense. Like it got on the news for some reason, whatever reason, it blew up into this major news story, and it got it in people's heads that comic books go up in value, so we should go out and buy all the Death of Superman comics. But because like everybody went out and bought Death of Superman comics, they're not worth anything because everybody who would give a shit's already got them, and it ended up not amounting to anything because they didn't miss a beat, right? Kill him, 4 Supermen, who's the real one, bring the real one back, and now Superman's back. So anyways, I'm doing a song about that and a music video down the road, and I want to perform this song at the party on Saturday. and a whole bunch of other songs that I still have yet to write. It's making me feel, I'm reminded of, I've already talked to you about how I'm reminded of the shows I used to put on when I was doing my comic book releases. But a couple of years ago, I got asked to do a concert, and I told the promoter that I got a new group, so what if I bring the new group on with me? I didn't get any extra money. I shared the money that would have been mine myself with those guys. You know who you are, who, I'll tell you the story, what happened with that another time. Go looking for the LCBO video. That's all I'll tell you right now. Go looking for the LCBO video and see if you can find it. But yeah, so I said to the promoter, I'm working with this group now, and we're trying to build something, so what if we do like our big performance? So we had that LCBO song that was like hot. We wanted to, pad it out to a whole set, so we had to come up with, I think, 4 new songs, write them, learn them, have them cold, ready to perform them. And yeah, it's just like this, just a matter of weeks. Jesus. So what I might do is do like a Death of Superman song, a Deadpool song, one other thing that's like in that theme, and then take some of the old material that I have, like my older stuff, and perform it, because I'm not performing to track with this, right? It's one thing to put the track on and do the same old song, but I'm going to be doing these songs backed up by a live band, and so it's just going to change the whole thing. So I've had a lot of fun doing shows in the past with like a live band behind me, and the performers love it because they don't really have to like learn anything, like be super tight. It's all kind of improv-y, loose. The feel of what they're playing is more important because I can rap over anything, you know what I mean? So that's what's going on. I haven't done a rap show for a long time. I haven't done a performance for a long time. I haven't performed like new material for a long time. And oh, thank God, oh, my Comic-Con rap that I did last year, I've got that in my hip pocket. That's one song I don't have to write. Oh yeah. This is the real me you're seeing now, vlog people. This is how I live, like just in a constant state of what you're seeing right now. It's just so topsy-turvy in my world of big ideas that I don't even know what way's up. But it's fun, and this is what you do to keep things exciting and keep the dream alive, right? Anyways, like I said, it's, what time is it? It's 10:30, and I have to get this video edited. I'm in the middle of writing these songs, but I gotta stop doing it right now so I can get this video done and off, so my sister, who did the rough edit today, can do the special effects on it tomorrow. Jeepers. It's fun though.